Good evening, you're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak continues to explore and implement sustainable urban practices, with Norway's capital, Oslo, serving as a reference model. Recipients and merchants cashing out the Sarawak Basic Needs Assistance SKAS will face serious penalties. And in world news, thousands of Indonesians rally nationwide to protest budget cuts by President Prabowo Subianto's government. Sarawak continues to explore and implement sustainable urban practices to drive economic growth while prioritizing environmental sustainability, with Oslo, the capital of Norway, serving as a reference model. The Regional Corridor Development Authority Rekuda, in a statement, announced that the Sarawak delegation's visit to Norway is part of an initiative to study Oslo's urban planning framework, which can be adapted to address the unique challenges faced by Sarawak. Rekuda further revealed that one of the main focuses of the visit, led by Rekuda Chief Executive Officer Dato' Ismawi Ismuni, is to understand how Oslo successfully integrates industrial and residential zones to support economic activities while maintaining a balance for sustainable growth. Additionally, the visit also emphasizes economic cooperation, particularly in industries where Norway is a global leader, such as oil and gas, forestry, agriculture, and energy. Sarawak is driving toward a greener future with hydrogen-powered buses, autonomous rapid transit ART, and electric vehicles EV becoming increasingly common on the road. Sarawak Transport Minister Datuk Seri Lee Kim Shin says that while Sarawak's EV roadmap is still taking shape, efforts are underway to modernize its transport sector, including waterways.
We're still working on it. And that's why today's conference is very useful. And I see today, they're also promoting these fast EV chargers, and there's also some local investment. So this will help in our roadmap towards moving towards using green energy to power our vehicles, our ships. So it's still at the preliminary stage.
Speaking after officiating the inaugural Borneo Innovation and Technology Conference, Lee stressed that both capital and human capital investments are crucial to Sarawak's sustainable transport strategy.
So our training and of course the manpower, that's why Sarawak is focusing on talent development in various sectors and to prepare our people to be future ready. That means we have to move into AI and also satellite technology.
On the federal government's plan to install 10,000 EV chargers nationwide, Lee said Sarawak is closely monitoring global trends, including wireless charging technology.
So technology is developing and is changing fast. So we can't really exactly, at the present moment, we have to really go in depth and look into the development and future trends.
Recipients and merchants engaging in the unauthorized cashing out of the Sarawak Basic Needs Assistance SKAS will face serious penalties. In a statement released today, authorities warned that recipients who attempt to convert the aid into cash risk permanent blacklisting from future assistance, while merchants could lose their status as SPay global service providers. The financial assistance program introduced by the Sarawak government was designed to ease the financial burden on low-income households impacted by the rising costs of living. However, reports have surfaced of retailers exploiting the system, charging 50 ringgit for cash-out services, defeating the program's intended purpose. Authorities have vowed strict enforcement to prevent abuse and ensure the aid reaches those who truly need it. Sarawak has the potential to become a leading producer of green hydrogen in the region, leveraging its abundant natural resources. Senior Lecturer Management from the Faculty of Economics and Business, University Malaysia Sarawak Unimas, Dr. Ayla Abdul Latif said that the hydrogen economy holds immense potential as a clean and sustainable energy source for the future.
She noted that the development of the Rembus green hydrogen plant is a significant initiative in Sarawak's efforts to position itself as a major hydrogen producer.
Kita sedia maklum bahawa Sarawak berpotensi untuk menjadi pengeluar utama hidrogen hijau ini kerana kita memiliki sumber tenaga yang boleh diperbarui yang begitu banyak dan kita melihat dasar kerajaan secara keseluruhannya juga semakin menyokong kepada pertumbuhan industri ini.
The Rembus H2 plant located in Samarhan is expected to be completed and operational by the second quarter of 2026. It forms part of the Rembus Hydrogen Hub, specifically designed to support the Kuching urban transport system, providing hydrogen fuel for the autonomous rapid transit ART system and hydrogen-powered buses. SEDC Energy or SEDC, which is also involved in the project's construction, is actively developing multi-fuel stations under the Petros brand. The first multi-fuel station in the region will not only offer conventional fuel, but also electric vehicle charging and hydrogen dispensing facilities. These stations will be located in Sibu, Kanowit, Daro, Matu, Sungai Asap, Sri Aman, Miri, and Bintulu, in addition to Darohana and MJC Batukawa. SEDC, in collaboration with Sarawak Metro and ICE Petroleum Group, remains committed to developing the Rembus H2 plant as the largest hydrogen hub in the region.
Welcome back. Petronas Gas Berhad recorded a profit after tax of 1.92 billion ringgit for the 2024 financial year, a 1.2% increase from the previous year. This growth was driven by strong operational performance, disciplined cost management, and effective risk mitigation across its business segments. PGB also declared a fourth interim dividend of 22 cents per share, reaffirming its commitment to long-term value for shareholders.
The group's revenue rose to 6.54 billion ringgit, up 1.4% from 2023, mainly due to higher gas processing revenue. However, this was partially offset by lower utility segment earnings due to weaker product prices. Despite strong overall performance, profit before tax declined by 1.1%, mainly due to lower contributions from joint venture companies. However, Petronas Gas managed to offset this through strategic risk management, including early settlement of US dollar lease liabilities and favorable foreign exchange movements. Moving forward, Petronas Gas plans to prioritize sustainable growth initiatives while ensuring high asset reliability through proactive maintenance and operational efficiency.
On to world news. Thousands of Indonesians rallied nationwide today to protest budget cuts by President Prabowo Subianto's government aimed at funding a free meal program and other big-ticket campaign pledges. Austerity measures announced by Prabowo in late January sparked thousands of student protesters to rally across Indonesian cities earlier this week, underpinned by a social media movement known as Dark Indonesia.
The president had ordered the budget cuts in an effort to save 306.7 trillion rupiah on office spending, ceremonies and business trips, leaving some civil servants to work under little light and other strict energy-saving conditions in the office. Former General Prabowo, who took office in October, has said he wants to raise around $46 billion from spending cuts and by taking from the dividends of state-owned enterprises. Analysts have said the cuts were likely to shift funds to programs like the $4.3 billion free meal plan for school kids to combat stunted growth and a new sovereign wealth fund. Calls to join anti-austerity protests spread widely on social media this week, accompanied by suggestions to skip work on Friday, with netizens adding Indonesia Gelap or Dark Indonesia hashtags to their posts.
Efisiensi anggaran ini kami menilai bahwa ketika itu terjadi, maka sudah barang tentu yang menjadi korban pertama adalah mahasiswa itu sendiri. Karena dampak daripada efisiensi anggaran adalah pemotongan di sektor pendidikan. Ketika itu terjadi, maka sudah barang tentu yang pertama, UKT akan melambung tinggi.
Pendidikan di nomor 2 kan, di nomor sekian kan, dibandingkan dengan makanan gizi gratis. Bagi kami, ini adalah kekonyolan daripada negara, kebijakan negara. Maka daripada itu, kami menuntut bahwa Presiden Prabowo Subianto yang terhormat untuk segera mencabut Instruksi Presiden nomor 1 tahun 2025 tentang efisiensi anggaran.
The demonstrators were met by State Secretary Prasetyo Hadi, who vowed he would discuss their demands with the government.
Kami ingin memperjuangkan banyak hal yang adik-adik perjuangkan. Saudara-saudara meminta beberapa poin. Sore hari ini saya nyatakan bahwa kami, pemerintah dengan tangan terbuka akan menerima tuntutan ini dan mempelajarinya.
Arab leaders were gathering in Saudi Arabia today to hammer out a recovery plan for Gaza aimed at countering President Donald Trump's proposal for U.S. control of the territory and the expulsion of its people. Trump's plan has united Arab states in opposition to it, but disagreements remain over who should govern the war-ravaged Palestinian territory and how to fund its reconstruction.
The Saudi government source said the delegates would discuss a version of the Egyptian plan. The official Saudi press agency confirmed on Thursday that Egypt and Jordan were participating in the Riyadh summit along with the 6 country members of the Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC). It also said decisions issued by the unofficial fraternal meeting would appear on the agenda of an emergency Arab League summit to be held in Egypt on March 4th. Rebuilding Gaza will be a key issue after Trump pointed to the need for reconstruction as a justification for relocating its population. Egypt has yet to announce its initiative, but former Egyptian diplomat Mohammed Hegazi outlined a plan in 3 technical phases over a period of 3 to 5 years. He said the first phase, lasting 6 months, would focus on early recovery and the removal of debris. The second would require an international conference to provide details of reconstruction and focus on rebuilding utilities infrastructure. And the final phase, Hegazi said, would entail urban planning, the reconstruction of housing, provision of services, and the establishment of a political track to implement the 2-state solution.
Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.